We've been getting some questions into our newsroom about early releases from prison and credits that are earned while in custody.
This is in part because earlier this week we reported Smiley Martin was released from prison in February. He served about half of a 10-year sentence for domestic violence.
And now he's facing weapons charges in connection with that deadly shooting. What led to his release earlier this year? KCRA 3's Lisa Gonzalez joins us now with the answer.
There are several ways people can get out of prison earlier than their original sentence. We spoke with a law professor who broke it down for us. First, there's time served before they even get to prison.
If a person cannot make bail, that person remains in jail awaiting trial.
Second, prisoners can earn credits in custody.
It really depends on the law that led to your incarceration.
In the case of Smiley Martin, corrections officials say he went to prison in 2018 with a 10-year sentence. He had already earned a year and a half of pre-sentencing credits. Then the state says he earned a variety of post-sentencing credits. Back in 2016, Prop 57 allowed prisoners to earn credits for things like good behavior and participation in rehab or educational programs.
Because we had so much overcrowding, there was pressure from federal courts, eventually affirmed by the Supreme Court, to reduce the prison population.
Right now, the state correction system wants to make it easier to earn credits. There already are emergency regulations in place allowing that to happen, and the Department of Corrections wants to make it permanent.
Prison officials tend to like good time credits because if I am a prisoner and I can earn good time credits, I'll probably behave better.
That's not sitting well with 44 district attorneys who filed suit saying it would result in the early release of thousands of violent offenders. There's a public comment period open until next Wednesday. There are several other ways that people can get out of prison, including when the governor commutes a sentence or they have demonstrated they're not a risk and they're eligible for parole. Edie Golston, back to you.
And Lisa also spoke with the moderator of NBC's Meet the Press, Chuck Todd, and she asked him what state and federal governments need to do to make sure that people who are not allowed to have guns don't have access to firearms.
One of the problems is the laws are sporadic, and the fact is, yes, something's banned in one place but perfectly legal to buy across a state line, across a county line. So you have that issue, and once you have that, then there's always a gray market or a black market that you can go and find if you're in a place where something isn't legal on that front. So, I mean, you know, to put it in plainer terms, just anybody that is dabbled in the cannabis world and know, you know, a state that's legal versus a state that's not legal, think about the ease with which people cross state lines with that. Now apply it to guns and then ask yourself, just because one state has tough laws, is that really going to protect that state? The answer is no. It doesn't.
But even
and we've learned this, whether it's Illinois, and so that's problem one. The second problem is we don't seem to want to enforce the, quote, tough gun laws we put on the books. We don't have an alcohol, tobacco, and firearms agency that is given the money and the resources to actually do it. We put all of these things on paper. We make it harder to track who sells these things and you following so the system is designed not to catch these criminals that traffic in these guns. And even though they pass laws on the books, they don't actually put resources on the ground to enforce those laws on the books.